So the C10 started acting up on me. It only runs with the choke. Now I needed this truck to drive and get me somewhere because I needed a truck to pick something up in the bed. So I zip tied the choke to stay on all the time in order to get me by for the time being. But now I finally have the time to fix this. First thing I understand, with a carb that only runs when the choke is on, that means the engine is running too lean. It needs less air or more fuel. So either we have a fuel delivery issue, like our fuel pump is not producing enough pressure, not providing enough fuel. Unlikely, since this is a mechanical pump. So the other option is we have a vacuum leak. Now I checked all the vacuum spots. I sprayed the carb cleaner and whatnot to try to see if I had a vacuum leak anywhere. I did not find any. Now our last option is we have some dirt or junk in the carburetor and it's causing it to just run bad. That's where I'm at. Let's take this carb apart and clean it thoroughly. So gonna do this off camera, but we're pulling the carb off the truck, gonna bring it to my bench. I have a rebuild kit, gonna go through it and fully assemble it, spray it out with carb cleaner and all that, and give it a new fuel filter. Now nothing too eventful happened while doing this. You know, just basic dirt in there, some junk, and most likely it came from the few days that I ran it without a fuel filter when I was diagnosing the previous issue. But let's throw it back on the truck and see how it runs. Okay, carb has been rebuilt, cleaned out, put back on. We are idling now, and the truck is just about up to temperature and it's still going. Let's take it for a quick drive, let it really warm up. If it's still good, I'll put the air cleaner on and give it a nice long drive. So driving it, I've done a couple laps around the neighborhood and been having some issues. Ended up having a vacuum leak, needed to tighten the carburetor down more. Okay, give it some power. Yeah, it kicks in good and it has plenty of power, but normally after a run like that, then it loses its idle and it's struggling to idle. So let's see what it does at the house. So just sitting parked here in drive with foot on the brake, and we are still idling good. Put it in a park and it didn't really raise the idle all that much. So I think I needed to raise the actual idle speed. But so far so good. Let's go on another lap around. I'm gonna raise the speed first and let's go for another lap around. So I know it has plenty of power when I get on it. Let's see how it does on the low, just off of idle, like just the cruising. So barely give it any gas and we'll get up this hill, see if it breaks up. No, it's running good. It feels like there's a slight hesitation there, but you know, this is a lot better. Okay, I made it back home. And it's revving good. I think we are good. After several laps in the neighborhood, some carb adjustment, just some basic looking over vacuum hoses, tuning the carb a bit. We are back in business. And this truck, I've had it down for a while. I just haven't had the time to fix it. You know, immediately after I fixed the distributor tune-up on it and got it running again, immediately it started acting up like this where it wouldn't idle, and I needed the choke to idle, and yeah. But here we are good to go. I'll let you know if anything else goes wrong, but if we're all good from here, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.